Okay, I believe we are live. Please give me a moment. I'll make sure everything is working good and we'll get started. Good. I'm a lot less stressful today than compared to yesterday when everything just wasn't working and started to crash. Computers and the internet is behaving quite nicely. Let's get the show on the road. Hello, my name is Uzair and thank you for being here. It is 5 o'clock in the UK. Today is 31st July 2020. Every weekday I log online at this time and go through Google Ads, digital marketing, email marketing, or pretty much anything to do with your online sales or to generate leads for your business. The format of these sessions is very informal. There's no signups, no charges or anything. You can log in online from anywhere in the world or watch it as a recording afterwards. All these sessions are saved on our YouTube channel. Today, before I get started, first of all, I would like to wish everyone a very happy Eid. So Eid is a very auspicious and one of the religious days in the Muslim calendar. We celebrate two Eids in the year. There is what we call the big Eid, which is after the Hajj or the pilgrimage. So I hope you and your loved ones are staying safe and wish you and your loved ones are happy, joyful, and peaceful. Okay, so the format of these are, as I said, very informal. I'll cover a certain topic, go through some slides, some walkthroughs or tutorials, and then I will also answer and take any questions you may have. So there is a comment box on the right hand side of your window, so please put them in as we go along, and towards the end I will answer any questions you may have. So hello Polu and Raj. In fact, Polu, you sent me a question in by email or by YouTube, so I am going to cover that. I have got that on the slide, so I haven't forgotten. Okay, in fact, that's the same question which I remember you sent it to me. Thank you for sending in the questions, and that's what makes these sessions very interactive, where hopefully I know what the answer is to your problems or to your questions, and more than happy to share my knowledge and experience. I had quite a few people ask me about how do I get all these different beautiful images over here and behind me. Well, I fly in my private jet every day to a new location, and that's how I show all these nice places to you guys. No, it's not. Absolutely not. It's just it's a Chrome extension called Momentum. What it allows you to do is put in the time, or it will also give you a little quotation. Or today's one is invest in yourself. Quite good. That I've never seen this. You can pin it or change it. But the thing which I love about this is the time zone. I need to keep track of all these time zones because this is where all our a lot of our customers are. I need to know whether they are awake or asleep. Okay, so today we are going to talk about something brand new and the latest and the greatest for Google Ads smart shopping. Let me open up the slide and then we'll go through it. So there have been some major updates well, I wouldn't say major, but it's quite very interesting updates this month, and this is being rolled out. So you may not see all these functions in your account right now, but it will be rolling out pretty soon. So what they are doing is you can now showcase your brand products in a very visual way with a slideshow or a video like this, and you have all the products underneath. So smart shopping is also including video now, and this is where things are moving along and progressing. When something so big is happening, then you know that video is going to be very important, which it already is for any kind of marketing. So this is something very interesting, which I look forward to it, because we can create some really cool stuff. And I will be covering about creating little videos like 5 second, 15 or 20-second videos effortlessly next week. So be worth your while to join in. So then what happens is, obviously the path to a conversion is not straightforward anymore. Right? They'll come to your website, they'll come to mine, they'll go somewhere else, and then they'll look around on the social blogs, forums, and all these places. And after 8 or 9 touch points, that's when they will start to convert, and the conversion will happen. So once they do some more research, the customer narrows down their choices and starts searching for specific search terms. So let's say we go after the site check. So they may see more immersive browsable experience with the carousel of your products over here, which you can see on your mobile. Now, most of the shopping conversions now are happening on the mobile. It used to be different going back even 2 years, but now because of 4G and possibly 5G coming very soon, and the internet getting faster, the websites are getting very fast. The user experience on a mobile is effortless, and it's much easier while you're watching a TV. You can shop online and buy products even without thinking about it, and even if you don't need it, you'll end up buying some stuff which you may not want. So as the customer is going through that customer purchase journey, what happens is they are now starting to see very specific Google ads, and smart shopping is going to get smarter as we go along. The algorithms are getting extremely powerful, and it is pretty much impossible to beat smart shopping if you feed the right data in the first place. So what they are also showing on smart shopping are these annotations you can see over here, which is quite nice. So you can highlight, something like free and fast shipping, but at the moment it's only in Google search US, but I believe it will be rolled across all the other countries. And what Google has said, that those retailers who have participated in this beta and used the annotations, they saw an increase in the conversion rates by up to 9%. And what Google are saying is they are also going to be rolling out more annotations pretty soon. So it will be quite exciting. So they're kind of like extensions on shopping campaigns. So you can have call outs, or call outs could be the best way to name this, because you can have free shipping, fast shipping, coupon code. I think it's on the next slide, where you can put up your offers. You can highlight promotions on your products to get somebody to convert. And those retailers who use this promotions offer over here, like it is shown over there and over there, they saw an increase in conversion rate by up to 28%, which is quite a lot just by adding offer and highlighting your promotion. Okay. Now this is where smart shopping is going to be extremely powerful going forward, because what is going to go after, in my humble opinion, is the new shoppers. And this is why Google have said that 1 in 3 shoppers shopped online with the store they hadn't shopped. A third of the people are buying from new places because constantly more and more online shops are being launched. More and more people are starting their own business. And this is why this is happening, that people are buying from new places where they hadn't shopped before. And that's where shopping is going to play a huge part, because it's going to go after those new customers. And this is why I believe they have launched this new feature in Smart Shop. It's called the new customer acquisition. It's very clever the way they have set this up, and you will soon find this in your accounts as well once it's all rolled out or your account has been whitelisted. So by adding the new customer acquisition goal in the Smart Shopping campaign, the retailer saw a 188% increase in revenue from new customers. If your goal, which is, I believe, will be the goal for every business, is to keep on acquiring new clients, at the same time you want to keep servicing your existing ones as well. No, I'm not saying that you keep on just getting new clients all the time and forget about the old ones. But the new customer acquisition, and if this data, well, I'm not saying if, but this data is correct, because this is what Google has announced. So this is massive and it's absolutely huge when it comes to smart shopping, and it'll be a very interesting next few months when this feature starts to roll out. So you assign a value, additional value to assign to a conversion from a new customer. So how does Google know whether this is a new or an old customer? So there are so let me go through this first, and then I'll tell you the 2 ways they are going to do this. So the new customer conversion goal for smart shopping campaigns lets you increase the number of new customers your campaigns acquire. And smart shopping campaigns optimize conversion value. This is very important, that it is optimizing conversion value for both online sales and new customer acquisition. Customer conversion value for new customers is the sum of the purchase value and the new customer value you set. So you give a value for your new customer value. The combined value is attributed to a purchase made by a new customer. So let's say you've got a fixed value, a new customer value $50, your online sale is 100, 50 plus 100 is 150. That's pretty much straightforward maths. Now this is how they will distinguish new customers from existing clients or customers. So there are 2 ways. One is the Google detected. If your Google Ads conversion tracking is set to track purchases, which you always should and will, because smart campaigns will not work if you haven't set up your conversion tracking properly, or any kind of ads will not work. It will work, but it won't give you the results. That's as simple as that. So never run any campaigns without setting up your conversions, no matter whether it's shopping, video, display, search, any other kind of campaigns. So Google can automatically create an audience list based on the last 540 days of campaign activity and tracked purchases. This is the easiest method for distinguishing new customers from existing customers, but may be less comprehensive since users can remove cookies and opt out. And I believe it was yesterday or day before yesterday when someone asked me a question about what if they have removed the cookies and have opted out from the consent. So this pretty much gives that answer. This is automatically used when you select the new customer goal conversion. So this is how Google will detect your new customers. And the other one is the new customer conversion tracking using tags. You set up new customer conversion tracking with tagging. This method requires more setup on your side, but allows greater control over which conversions are reported as new versus return. And then you can do that quite easily with Google Tag Manager or through the Google site tag. So there are two ways you will be able to distinguish between new is returning. So when you are getting new customers all the time, you are increasing your database, you are absolutely 100% increasing your business and growing your business. Now, let's come and talk about bidding. So what happens? So the smart bidding accounts for the new customer value you set and maximizes total conversion value, including the additional value you specify for new customers. Smart bidding factors the understanding that new customers help drive more overall value into the bidding decision. That is also quite important. So the new customer value you set should equal the expected future organic revenue of a new customer. For example, if customers spend an average of $120 per purchase or transaction, and 2 out of 3 customers buy once a year for 2 years, the recommended new customer value would be, so this is the formula, $120, which is the purchase price, times 2/3. That means 2 out of 3 is 2/3 times 2 years. That is your customer lifetime value. And I've talked about this before. You not only just set your campaigns and your conversions on the first time or the first conversion. You got to know your lifetime value of a customer. If you don't have data and you may be a brand new business, then you just take a guesstimate and work towards that. If you have been running business for a while, you should know and will have the data as to what is the customer lifetime value, and you got to bid on those values. Because if you're bidding on just the front end for one transaction and not at the lifetime value, you are going to lose out, because if your competitors are smart enough to do that, they will bid more aggressively, whereas you will not be able to bid aggressively thinking that, oh, I can only afford to buy a customer for such and such price. But you look at the bigger picture, and the overall customer lifetime value is going to make a huge difference to the way you run your business and your campaigns. Okay, now I revert to the question and answers. So I hope that was quite interesting. I found this really intriguing as to how and where the smart Google Ads, smart bidding, smart ads are heading. So let's see when this gets rolled out. You put in that new customer acquisition value and see whether it improves those campaigns or not. And they've done the beta testing, and it looks like it's working pretty well. Okay, so now's your chance to ask me any questions you may have. Please put them in the comment box. So Polu, is that the same question you have put up over here? You had put up on YouTube. I think it is. Ads are not sure. So I've created a display campaign some days ago and uploaded 3 banners. Good. I wanted them to be on selected YouTube videos. So you are targeting your placements on particular YouTube video. That's fine. The ads are approved, but my ads are not showing. Okay, my budget wasn't low and I even increased it. I can't understand what the problem is. So when you are using placements on a particular popular video, the whole world is also bidding on that same video. So you will need to pay a premium price. So if your ads are approved and you are not getting any impressions, that means your bids are very low, because budget does not come into play right now. Your ads aren't running. So keep increasing the budget I beg your pardon, the bids every day, and you'll start to see your impressions running. This is my least favorite targeting, because placement is kind of like exact match. The traffic is very, very limited, and as that video gets older and the traffic dies on that video, you are trying to run your ads on a video which no one is looking at or viewing, unless it is a very big channel and it is gaining traction and momentum and it is getting more views. My personal favorite is to go after custom intent audience, where somebody has searched on Google or YouTube certain keywords, and then whether they go and see Mickey Mouse videos or football or golf or cooking, potentially your ads will get in front of that person. So that's how I would do it. Now, so Hernan, you wanted to know whether your ads will show on the Google 3-pack without verifying for GMB, which is Google My Business. No, you need to do that first. You got to run it, even if you're not running smart campaigns. Use that location extension and link up your Google My Business to Google Ads, as well as Google Analytics to Google Ads. These are the two you must do for every account. And then you'll start to see that your ads are going to be popping up in Google Maps as well if you are running Google smart campaign. Okay, Raj, you have a problem with audience, that how to select the best audience if I don't have a website. Well, if you don't have a website, how will you run ads? You got to have at least a landing page. Even if you are running call ads, your phone number needs to get verified. So I'm not sure what you're trying to ask. My friend selling products without a website. I'm not sure what your friend is doing. I think it's something completely different. He may be selling websites on third-party sites like Etsy or Amazon or anywhere else, but you will not be able to track anything. So it's up to you how you want to run these campaigns. But my advice to you would be to at least set up a website. If you've gone to the trouble to sell products, then why wouldn't you set up your own website and run ads to your website? At least you will get the data. If you are sending traffic to somewhere like Pinterest or Amazon, Etsy, eBay, you're sending it to somebody else's landing page and website. It's entirely your call, but my personal opinion would be I would set up my own shop. It's not very expensive to set up a shopping e-commerce website. Hi, Adam. I have a client with an overall customer lifetime value of 100K. Would that value be too high to use TCPA as a smart bidding method? Ooh, that would be good. You can afford to pay $99,999 and still be profitable. And Google is going to beat the heck out of your competitors because they won't be bidding such a high, such a high value. Um, yeah, it depends on the conversion rate. I believe it is a lead generation business and not an e-commerce, because that will, just waiting for your reply. That for e-commerce, or I'll come to your question again, Adam, once you replied. If it's a lead generation, then obviously they need to work out their conversion rate from a call or a form submit to an actual customer, and that's how you work work it out that way. Next week I will be doing some calculators and profit calculators on this as well. Yeah, lead generation. So first you need to work out if they were to get 10 leads, what would be the conversion rate, and you work it out backwards. So that's a really good customer lifetime value. You know, it can be very profitable, and you can bid aggressively, beat your uh, competitors all day long, your bids. And with TCP, as I've said earlier on, you need to have enough data in your campaigns. If you got 30, 40 conversions in a month, then by all means, yeah, give it a go. You can go up to $1,000 CPA and see what happens. It may get you a conversion at 500 or 600 or what. I don't know the actual CPC or anything like that, but it won't, just like bidding high does not mean that Google is going to charge you the exact amount which you bid. You know, you can bid $100, but your actual CPC could be $15. So that's what I would do. Okay, Gergen. I hope I pronounce your name properly. If I want target just a city, but my keywords are very low, does it worth to make a campaign? Obviously, you are targeting a local city and you got a very low volume, a search volume. So there are other ways you can do. You can try the display network, which, or the partner network, which won't be as profitable as the search network, because on the search you have that high intent. So I have a few clients like that. What we do is we run search, display, video, remarketing, brand, dynamic search ads. That would be your go-to campaign. The DSA is going to go and find those uh, audiences for you. You will need to work a bit, set up all these 5 or 6 different campaigns and just get their name out there, and eventually the whole local community or the local areas will get to know your customers brand, and they will start to get results. So you need to think outside the box and educate your client that, look, this is going to take a bit of time. It's not an overnight fix. But my first campaign I would run is the DSA, going to hopefully get you the traffic. Okay, Raj, you are saying, if I have a website, which is the best way to find the best audience? There's no such thing as the best audience. The best audience is the one which converts and gets you the profitable ROI or the ROAS. You got to try different audiences, test it, and then you will see what's working, and those which are not working, you switch them off and then start putting more budget into the profitable. Okay, so I believe I've covered pretty much everyone. So thank you guys for being here, and I really truly appreciate your time, and especially some of you like Adam. You're absolutely punctual every day at 5 o'clock or 9 o'clock your time, and Richard, you're online. So have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you back on Monday with some more Google Ads goodiness. All right then. Take care and stay safe and goodbye.